So I got requested about a month ago on August 12th by Clutch to do this video, and that's why I'm doing it now. I was planning on doing it a week after he requested it, but it just kept getting pushed down my schedule, so I really do apologize if you already found this out, and I really do apologize if you do not see this video, Clutch. But I'm doing it now, and anyways guys, I hope you guys do enjoy this mod review and installation tutorial. The installation tutorial is at the end of this video, so anyways guys, I hope this does help out, and I hope you do enjoy. But anyways guys, here we go.
Yippee-yay, there'll be no wedding bells for today.
What's up guys, Apox here, bringing you guys another Follow New Vegas mod. So we are going over Realistic Wasteland Lighting Overhaul, or RWLO for short. What this mod basically does is simply change the lighting effects and color schemes of existing weathers and adds new and improved cloud textures, and unlike some of the other existing weather mods such as Nevada Skies, in which adds new weathers, RWLO only changes and improves the existing ones. Therefore, there are no conflicts when using mods such as Nevada Skies. It's like the best of both worlds. So RWLO comes with two main options when installing, including the basic original version or the Brighter Nights version for you folks who are scared of the dark. The pictures on the Nexus really do not justify this mod and how well it actually completes its task, especially when it's mixed with some other graphical mods that improve the overall look of Fallout New Vegas. Some of the mods I'm using in this video to achieve the look you see on screen include Ojo Bueno Ultra High Quality Texture Pack, NMC's Texture Pack, Dynavision, which is the depth of field and also a bunch of different effects as well, Nevada Skies, which adds new weathers and raining effects and dust storms and sandstorms and radiation storms and everything, which is absolutely awesome. They're so damn cool. Mojave Nights, MG's neat clutter retextures, and also Wasteland Flora Overhaul. All of these awesome mods will be linked down in the description down below, so you can check them out. But anyways, I just gotta be honest, when I first saw this mod on the Nexus, I was actually judging it by the screenshots, but when I installed it onto my already modded game, it actually made the overall look way better than the setup I previously had. The new improved versions of the default lighting and weather give some really awesome and amazing lighting effects, and RWLO is definitely awesome for an immersive playthrough. So for the mod score, I definitely have no choice but to give it a 10 out of 10. And maybe if I was installing it on a unmodded version of the game, the score would be lower. But most of you should already have some sort of graphical mods installed already anyway. But that's it for the mod review section for this video. Now it is time to show you guys how to install RWLO, as it is not as easy as normal. It's not just the simple click download with Nexus Mod Manager or download with Manager button. So it's still pretty damn easy, but anyways, let's go ahead and show you how to install it. Alright, so now it is time to show you guys how to install Fallout New Vegas Realistic Wasteland Lighting by Sal203, and this is actually pretty damn simple. Now, it's a little bit more confusing than just simply clicking download with Manager, and that's why I was asked to actually make this video. So, if you're installing with Nexus Mod Manager, what you're going to actually have to do is download everything manually. And the reason for that is because the mod is not set up correctly. But before I get into the Nexus Mod Manager installation, I'm going to show you guys how to install it with Mod Organizer, which you can actually click Download with Manager for all the files. And the reason for that is with Mod Organizer, what you can do is actually reorganize the mod's files inside of the program. So if I go ahead and download all of these files, you got to download the two main files, and you have to download the update right here, the Speckled Cloud Textures. And then there's also optional files if you want, like the Sun Texture Replacer, or the Legacy Cloud Textures, or the Regreenify. If you want to see what any of those are, you can simply check out the screenshots. But anyways, we're not going to be going over that. We're going to be going over how to install the basic parts of this mod and the updates. So with Mod Organizer, you can see that it shows that there's an error with all of these. And the reason for that is because they're not set up correctly, and that's why they don't work installing directly through Nexus Mod Manager without downloading manually. And I'm going to quickly show you guys why or how it's not set up correctly. So if I go ahead and hit this manual button right here, we can actually manually set up the folder. As you can see, no game data found on top level. So this is an issue. This means that it cannot find the files properly. So if I go ahead and just open this with this little arrow, you can actually see that there's a data folder right here. What you're going to want to do is actually drag the Brighter Nights into here, and also the original file as well. And as you can see, they're both right there. And then what we can do is right click the data folder and hit set data directory. And we can go ahead and hit OK. You can also change the name if you really want to, but I'm not doing that. You can also install the sound files, but you're going to have to go manually as well. And you're going to have to open this up and right click the data file. But before you do that, just make sure that it's set up correctly. So set data directory. And then you can hit OK and merge. And then you can launch up the speckled cloud textures, manual, open this, right click and set data directory and hit OK and hit merge. And merging basically just merges all of those files and overwrites any files that are new without completely removing the old version and installing the latest files. And the reason for not just clicking replace is because these update files do not have the main files. So just in case you wanted to know that. Now what you can do is simply hit this check right here, or the checkbox. Then you can go to plugins, and then you can either enable the Brighter Nights or the original. I'm going to go ahead and uncheck the Brighter Nights because I hate Brighter Nights. I like it to be nice and dark. But as you can see, we have the original right here. And we also have Nevada Skies installed. I don't quite know how these mods work together because I'm actually recording this installation afterwards or beforehand than what I normally do. So anyways, that's how you install it through Mod Organizer. How to install it through Nexus Mod Manager is simply go and download all the same files manually. Just save them to your desktop. I suggest saving them to your desktop because you can just delete all the files later on. Download them all. And then once you have them all downloaded and saved onto your desktop, what you can do is actually extract them one by one. I suggest doing them one by one. And then I'm going to drag this over here and open it up. And what you have to do is actually highlight both of these files right here and drag them into the data folder. And the reason for that is because it's not set up correctly by default. These two files, these two plugin files, are supposed to be in the data folder. Alright. So now you can go ahead and close that, and you can actually extract, sorry about that, you're going to extract right here on the desktop as well with this file. And you can see the sound files right here. If we open up this, the Fallout New Vegas main, we can open up the data folder, open up the data folder here, and drag the sound files over. And then we're done with the sound files, so you can go ahead and delete the sound folder. And then you can extract the speckled clouds, open that folder up, open up the data folder, drag the textures over, yes, and do this for all current items and hit yes, and do this for all 8 conflicts, move and replace. And you can go ahead and close that. And now what you can do is actually rename it to whatever you want, so rename, and then you can go ahead and hit add to Fallout New Vegas RWLO Ultimate Edition.rar. What this will do is actually compress it into a RAR file. And the reason why you want to do that is because RAR files basically work with Nexus Mod Manager. So if I open up Nexus Mod Manager and I hit add mod from file, and I go down and find the Fallout New Vegas, and you want to make sure you find the right one. So it's this one right here, Fallout New Vegas RWLO, Realistic Wasteland Lighting Overhaul Ultimate Edition. You go ahead and hit open. And you can see that it pops up in unassigned. You can go ahead and drag it to wherever you want. Normal people will probably drag it into something to do with graphics or something like that. I don't quite know the folders and everything here because I haven't used this for quite some time. But you can go ahead and just simply check it off. And the reason why this is happening is just because an issue with Nexus Mod Manager. My Nexus Mod Manager just doesn't seem to work, so I'm actually going to go ahead and uninstall that. But all you do is check it off, and then what you can do, I'll see if it works. If it doesn't, then it's just my Nexus Mod Manager. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it worked. And then you can go to plugins, make sure that the right one is checked. Uncheck Brighter Nights if you don't want them. And I believe these two don't conflict. But I'm pretty sure you're only supposed to have one installed. Just to double check, we're going to go ahead and go description. And we can go to, this is the default version of the mod with nights that are dark. Exactly what it says on the tin. Check for the screenshots. So basically what you do is I believe this is just an optional file that you can enable with the original. So if you want Brighter Nights, you can go ahead and check it off, but I don't. So anyways, what I'm going to do now is simply just delete this because I do not use Nexus Mod Manager. And then I can hit exit. And that's how you install it through Mod Organizer and Nexus Mod Manager. But anyways, guys, that is it for this video. If this video helped you out or you enjoyed this mod review, please smack the like button down below and subscribe to join in the good fight. But anyways, guys, this has been Epoxy. Don't forget to stay sexy and stay gaming. I'm out. Peace.